Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. None of this is financial advice, it's for entertainment only. Thank you, Messenger of Moistville, yet again. Word on the street is there's one test to rule them all. So there's a company that said this, it's one test to rule them all, and this company has a history of its own. Optical genome mapping may be the go-to tool for the detection of disease-relevant variants in DNA. Read this article from Scientist LLC to learn how it may be the only test needed in the future. The only test needed. Ooh, baby. So the company that said this about Bionano Genomics on Twitter is called Somagen, previously named Macrogen Corp in the US, and it was founded in 2004 as a subsidiary of Macrogen Inc. of South Korea. Macrogen Inc. was actually established in 1997, and in its first year, the South Korean Ministry of Science and Technology selected this company to participate in leading technology products on gene transplant and gene targeting. Oh, who cares? How did they impact the world? Oh, you gotta scroll down, my friends. And when you scroll down, you'll get to this, breakthroughs in the early 2000s. This is a fun fact. Macrogen also became one of the first companies in the world to decode the genome of the microorganism Zymomonas. Zymomonas! This is a critical element used in the production of ethanol. So these guys aren't no schmucks. The global ethanol market is expected to reach $100.3 billion by 2024. And these guys were one of the first companies in the world to decode the genome of the microorganism that is critical to production of ethanol. So when guys like this come along and they say there is one test to rule them all, optical genome mapping, and they speak about how it can be the go-to tool, they ain't no schmucks, and they ain't lying. On the other side of things, we've got the University of Rochester medical test piloting optical genome mapping for patient care. And look what they are about, and look what they've said. Within this article, there's a few key words that really stood out for me. Its cutting-edge technology could be the new gold standard for chromosomal diagnostics. And here, this first paragraph is insane. Every decade or so, a new technology comes along to help clinical labs identify genetic abnormalities. This has an immediate impact on patients awaiting potentially life-changing information in their lab report. Whether the patient is a pregnant mother, whether it's a young child, someone with rare cancer or genetic disease, lab results are the first step to reaching an accurate diagnosis and targeted therapy. They are stating that their test pilot in this program, alongside a lot of other institutions, they're using optical genome mapping, and they've got a new multi-institutional study aimed at validating an up-and-coming genomic technology with the goal of getting it one step closer to clinical application. The next thing that made me pretty bullish within this article was they started to mention about FDA clearance, The Sapphire instrument has not yet been cleared by the FDA for use in clinical labs and is sold for research use only, So a primary goal of this study is to collect supporting data from participating institutions that demonstrates its utility and effectiveness. For what purpose? Is this to go for FDA clearance, or is this to promote, optical genome mapping and get it inside research labs? For what purpose? And these guys are just so happy to use the technology. They've said it's the most cutting edge technology. They've got a valuable opportunity to actually utilize it. And if we go deeper into the article, we can see future developments in genomics may provide a single platform for all types of tests. The benefit of OGM, experts say, is that it combines the best of all three into one by scanning the entire genome to flag and report any and all possible abnormalities. So that cytogenetic lab there over at the University of Rochester, it consists of this team: Bin Zhang, Director of Cytogenomic Laboratories, Nancy Wang, and M. Anwar Iqbal. So these guys aren't only just university professors, they're also active within the clinics. He currently serves as a clinical genomicist in the cytogenetics laboratory at Strong Memorial Hospital. He is board certified in clinical cytogenetics and board eligible in clinical molecular genetics by the American Board of Medical Genetics and Genomics. He's also familiar with all the traditional tools, karyotyping, FISH, microarray analysis. And here he is, entering the matrix of Bionano Genomics. Alongside him is Dr. Nancy Wang. As we can see, she's been in the game since 1968. University of Minnesota, studying genetics in 1968. 1978, she became that PhD, baby. Since then, she's won a load of awards throughout the years, and she is actually the president of the Association of Chinese Geneticists in America. And the other guy you saw in the picture wearing the mask is Dr. Iqbal. Dr. Iqbal is the director of the microarray CGH laboratory. He's the director of clinical cytogenetics development and associate director of cytogenetics laboratory. He is also a member of the steering committee of the Cancer Cytogenetics Microarray Consortium, CCMC. See, the thing about this man is he has a lot of interest, particularly in cancer and genetic disorders. And within here, it's saying that he's actively involved in bringing microarray technology into use as the next cytogenomic tool. But now that he's playing with the Sapphire, we're going to start seeing Dr. Iqbal and Dr. Zhang becoming smooth operators in Bionano Genomics' Sapphire system, baby. And remember, these guys are predicting 10,000 sales of Sapphire systems in the future, having a reoccurring revenue from the consumables, and having this blue ocean where we are the whale in digital cytogenetics. However, one thing you have to consider as well, that this might not be our total addressable market if we start to develop different products on the menu. And when we start cash flowing, can we acquire companies that are in different segments, small companies that are in different segments? Or when the nano nozzle is ready to rumble, will we then become a sequencing company too and snatch up some of that long read sequencing market? You tell me, baby, because I'm here for the ride, and I can't wait to see when we start to hit that hyper growth phase, when we start to get this global adoption of the Sapphire machine, when we start to see it getting built into guidelines, when we start to see newborn screening as well of every single baby that is born. Just imagine if that's the market that we're in. Now somebody said on Reddit, when we moon, why dudes always pinching nipples in the video thumbnail? That's because real cowboys know how to milk a cow. Titillating. As always, remember, none of this is financial advice, for entertainment only. If you'd like to send me a tip, please send it in the PayPal link below in my description box. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. And tell me what your thoughts and feelings are with Bionano Genomics and how we're building out, getting all these staff in with excellent track records from these huge companies. Tell me how you feel about Bionano Genomics and what your predictions are. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Mr. Investor Line, over and out.